Hey there, folks. This is Mead Newman with Renewed Spirit Healing, and it's another episode of Notes from My Garden. I had a really fascinating thought pattern that came to mind today, and I love the way that the garden gave me an explanation and a means of overcoming a certain amount of fear and a certain amount of an expectation that wasn't true. So, a lot of us have this idea that we're pushing, trying to achieve momentum, kind of like being on one of those push carts that you can find on the railways that you have to pump up and down, and that's what pushes you along the track. And inherent in that idea is the idea that if you eventually get this wonderful momentum, that somehow you can exceed the controls of that cart. And suddenly it'll go from being what you wanted to being something terrifying and scary. But our lives flow much more along the principles of a garden than they do some cart on a track. For one thing, does any of us actually manage to stay on track our whole lives? Because I don't know about you, but I think the answer is no. Our lives grow, sometimes organically, sometimes within structures. As they grow, we become aware that they need new things, and we construct new structures. Now, what we are aware of and what we build will vary from person to person. Sometimes we won't become aware of something growing until it's gotten way out of control, and we have to come up with ways to kind of prop it up until we can figure out what else to do. Sometimes we build the structures and things grow exactly to plan. But I'm really going to encourage you this week to look at your lives and look at your businesses and your projects and the things that you are trying to build and grow in your life, the things that you're trying to find this blessed idea of momentum in. And I want you to give yourself permission to let them grow. If it was a carrot and you were pulling it up out of the ground every 5 days to see whether or not it had grown, it wouldn't be growing very much, would it? If it's a pancake and you keep flipping it over to see if it's done yet, it's not going to cook. Well, the same goes for your business. If you keep getting in the way of letting it grow, it won't grow. The same goes for every project, every thing that takes time and an investment of energy and patience and effort. You have to give it those investments. And then you have to let it do what it does. You have to let life do what it does. And you have to trust that what you have built and what you have invested in is going to do something beautiful. So take a deep breath. Let go of the constraints of the track. Let go of the idea that something is going to suddenly shift entirely out of your control because of the whims of something else that you have no control of. Give yourself permission to live and to grow and to be one with your world. If you don't like the way something in your world is, it sounds like a good opportunity to change it. So those are my thoughts from my garden this week. Again, if you have a particular idea of something that you want to hear more about, I'm going to encourage you to get in touch with me. You're also welcome to donate. You can find me on PayPal at Renewed Spirit. You can find a donation link on my webpage. That's www.renewedspirithealing.com. The donation link is under the topic of Keep the Dream Alive, because that's part of what you guys do. You do help keep my dream alive. You help give me the ability to continue to inspire, to continue to stay open to the world, to share these insights when I have them, because I'm not curled up in a ball frantically wondering how I'm going to survive the next day. So I welcome your donations. I welcome your contributions. I'm working on let's try that one again. I'm working on creating a sponsorship program. And if you are interested in becoming a sponsor of Renewed Spirit Healing, I would encourage you to get in touch with me. So find me on Facebook, find me on the web. I'm here. And I am, as always, hoping that the light blesses you and keeps you and loves you. Blessed be.